we just launched our own new integrative medicine and planetary health program line at the Osher Center. And I was very excited to learn in your bio that you also have a passion for planetary health. So you spoke a little bit about this earlier, but can you share a little bit more about your interpretation of planetary health and how that's interwoven in your work?
Yes, we are part and parcel, inextricable from this matrix of life. And it is only our cognitive biases that are very deeply woven and as with all the other things, some of the other things we've talked about in terms of structural racism and biases, oftentimes unseen. But it's only this kind of cognitive blindfolds that have kept us in many cases perceiving ourselves as somehow um, kind of moving through but distinct from life, uh, other life, the plants and the animals and the soils. And I think that we are beginning to become much more keenly aware of the fact that we are in deep unity, in interrelatedness as living beings with the whole matrix of life. And so any deep look, any commitment to deep evaluation of what makes us well will inevitably lead us into understanding and accepting that it must also make the planet well. We can only be well at the cost of the planet for so long before the feedback comes right back and we begin to see it. And we see it in global warming. We see it in the displacement of so many people through changes uh, in climate, and we see it in erosion. We see it in the dearth of nutrients in our soil with the inputs of toxic chemicals. And we see it in terms of our microbiome diversity when we're eating a standard American diet. It's like the soil, the microbiome in the soil and the microbiome in our guts, which we know are critical for our immune system's robustness and our ability to thrive at a physical and emotional and mental level, are interwoven. They're one. It's one cycle of life. And so I think as we design policies that are aimed towards improving the health of people, we are more and more becoming aware that the artifice has to fall down, and that we can actually celebrate. This isn't something to be sad or shamed about, or guilty about, but oh wow, okay, like if I put a whole lot of pesticides into this soil, not only am I depleting the life forms there, but I am immediately impacting that which becomes my nourishment, and therefore my very own molecules and my ability to create neurotransmitters in the gut or whatever it might be, that we begin to explore from a systems perspective, in a dynamic, interwoven, living systems perspective, the fact that of our interconnection, and build around that is not in an isolated system, but rather in a living matrix that we engage, and that we engage respectfully. If we know that this finger is connected to this finger, is connected to this finger, I'm not going to harm this finger because I see they're connected. I'm actually going to aim for the health of the whole hand. And I think that is the opportunity we have for all of life, for the earth, as well as all the living beings on it.